Hey, what's going on guys? This is AndrewChicken and welcome back to another video. This is everything you need to know about the Last Remains update, which is coming out today. So first and most importantly, there is Kasumi, the newest damage champion coming to Paladins. She has a unique marking mechanic for her primary fire, which is auto-aim, and she applies curse stacks to enemies, which increase the damage she does to them and also decreases the damage they do. She has a lot of crowd control, a lot of utility, and she is very, very cool. There's also a new Oni-themed event pass with a Leon skin and a Tiberius skin, both of which look absolutely amazing. And there's also a bunch of other skins, including, finally, Emoji skin, which is toon-shaded and looks absolutely amazing, an Androxus skin, which is less amazing, and there's a Vatu skin, which is cheaper than the other skins, so it's more affordable, but it comes at the cost of no unique voice pack, no unique visual effects, no unique sound effects, and no unique weapon. Next up, let's talk about balance. First of all, Androxus is getting a huge nerf on Cursed Revolver. Pretty much every aspect of it is getting weaker. Less duration, less damage ramp up, and less maximum damage. So this talent will feel much weaker next patch. Bomb King is getting an ammo nerf on Royal Subjects to try and make his other talents more appealing, and Caspian is also getting some quality of life, including 1 extra ammo, as well as quicker recovery time on his spin. Makoa is getting a huge half-shell nerf in the form of Barrier Reef getting nerfed. This is the card that reduces the cooldown of his half-shell by 1 second for every 800 damage it takes, and now it'll reduce the cooldown by 1 second for every 1000 damage it takes, meaning 1 second is effectively added to the cooldown if the shield is thoroughly destroyed, and also it means that you'll have to run Carapace at level 5 instead of level 4 to get an additional second off of the cooldown if it gets destroyed. Octavia's Distortion Field will now start the cooldown properly when the ability ends, instead of starting the cooldown right when the ability is cast. This means the Distortion Field is now less spammable. Also, Creeping Barrage no longer stops on death. Pip's Mega Potion is getting rework. They actually nerfed the healing down to just 100% extra instead of 130% extra, but the additional healing is now applied to Pip himself, making this a powerful off-support talent since Pip can basically just burst heal himself for 2000. Also, it augments the healing potion to give a 200 health shield to all allies hit, which is kind of a form of increased health that does not get affected by late game cauterize. Satu's blast back range is getting nerfed, meaning Window of Opportunity is going to be a less annoying talent. And Strix is also getting a talent rework. Crackshot now reduces Talon Rifle's damage from 1200 to 900. It retains the damage over time effect, but they removed the headshot penalty so you can hit headshots with it once again, and it also grants perfect unscoped accuracy, meaning Shotgun Strix is a viable playstyle. On the PTS, this got its burn duration reduced from 3 seconds to 1.5 seconds, and it also got its range reduced from 500 to 200 units, so you really are Shotgun Strix with this talent. 7 got a massive nerf as well as a talent rework. Grappling Hook will no longer displace any enemies. You can still target them, but it'll only do 200 damage, and if they're a tank, 7 will still pull himself to them. But if you target a squishy, it only does damage. That's it. So not really a point in using this aggressively anymore. Explosive Dodge also got its knockback force reduced, meaning that 7 basically has little to no displacement now. However, Overcharge, which is by far the worst talent in the game, got reworked to reinstate the displacement on grapple, but it takes a charge of the grapple away, and it reduces its damage even further, but it does reduce the cooldown of the grappling hook to compensate that it only has 1 charge. 7 will still have the best mobility in the game by a mile with his meta playstyle, and he'll still have incredible burst when you combine burst mode and his bombs, but he won't have that displacement, which means he'll feel much more fair to fight. Vora is getting a few interesting buffs. If her kill gets stolen while she's swinging her scythe for her ultimate, she'll actually get 25% refunded. She also got a projectile speed bonus, a tendril cooldown reduction, and she got increased damage reduction on her ultimate. Yaggaroth got a nerf to her Sight Begets Strength talent. They reduced the shield per pulse from 125 down to 90. However, they also buffed her ultimate by reducing the minimum distance from 45 down to 30. At this point, honestly, they should just remove it. And last but not least, Io got her Moonlight nerfed on her lifelink talent in particular. Now this was actually a PTS change because at base, it also affected Sacrifice and they decided to go back on it affecting Sacrifice. So now, Lifelink's Moonlight will heal for 135 per 0.15 seconds instead of 150. However, Lifelink did also get a buff on Luna's healing. Now in terms of bug fixes, we do have a few important ones. First of all, Caspian's War Weapon will no longer occasionally inhibit you from reloading. Also, Ceres had a pretty nasty bug sometimes where her Shadow Travel full screen VFX were fighting with Lilith's Blood Moon ultimate effects, and it caused, well, almost seizure material, so that's good for people with light sensitivities. Also, Talus's Blitz upper ability got actually a pretty sneaky buff. So they fixed an issue where the location of the hitbox of Talus's Blitz Upper was being influenced by the Talus player's movement inputs during the ability. This bug fix means that Talus's punch is now, well, more reliable and you can use it for damage more consistently. And last but not least, we have various quality of life collision fixes to the Stone Keep and Warder's Gate reworks. What does that mean? I don't know, but hopefully these maps will feel a little bit better to play on. So that is every important change that you need to know about in the Last Remains update. If you found this video helpful, of course, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload from me. I'll be making a bunch more content on this update in the coming few weeks, and there's also a double XP event going on this weekend where I'll be grinding Kasumi to level 50, so make sure you stay tuned on my Twitch for that. Also, the Crystal Awards, which is the annual awards ceremony for community members, is live once again. You can go and nominate your favorite creators, favorite fan artists, favorite streamers, all that on the Crystal Awards website. So, well, you can nominate me, or you can nominate someone else if you think someone else deserves the award more than me. But make sure you go nominate your favorite creators because this is a wonderful ceremony and, well, you want to reward people who are doing good work for the community. So a link to that will be in the description. But with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. I will see you all next time. Peace out.